Hello everyone, and today I am super excited to show you a pair of Rally Legends, both made by the same company, and you can see sponsored by the same company, Martini. And this is the Lancia 037 and the Lancia Delta. A lot of people call it like the Delta HF Integrale, but this is the Lancia Delta Group A, right? So these are the rally cars. A lot of people know about Group B, right? The group, what people call like the golden age of rally, and people know it's like Lancia Delta. But this this is a Group B. This is an 037, and it is actually, if you watch the any of a number of features done on this car, this is the last non-four-wheel drive car to win the constructors championship. And people say, oh yeah, the Lancia Delta, but this was not in Group B. This was in Group A after Group B was discontinued. What was in Group B was the Lancia Delta S4, which I do want, but this is not it. This is the Group A, and it is also an incredibly successful rally car. Both of these are made by the company called CM's Diecast. It's an old Japanese company that has since gone under, which is a bit of a shame because they make great stuff, as you'll see. So these come in blind boxes, as a lot of Japanese products do. They also have Subarus, they have Fords, they have Peugeots, probably a lot of stuff I'm missing as well, just a lot of great rally stuff. So, and they come in different packagings as well. I'm not going to show it because that stuff doesn't really interest me. The Lancia Delta shows up in a acrylic display box. It's not very good, to be perfectly honest. It is inside a blind box. But the 037 comes just in a blind box with a base. It doesn't have any display boxes or anything like that. But I'm going to start with the 037 first because I love the 037. It's one of my favorite cars of all time. Just so beautiful. Actually, my channel profile is based on the silhouette of the 037. My girlfriend designed it for me. I think it's really cool. But yeah, so what should we say about it? First of all, metal body, plastic chassis, lens details, rubber tires. All right, just get the basics out of the way. It comes with an antenna. It comes with this own sprue. You have to push it in, but it's very easy. Just push it in and it fits perfectly. This is a bit of an old casting. So it has a bit of a paint rash, but it's not too bad. The Delta is actually much worse. But based on how old they are, this is neither a surprise nor like a horrible shame. It is definitely a shame. But you can see the Martini printed all over it. But anyway, let's start with the front. All right. With the front, just look at that beauty. Look at how nice the Lancia logo is. You can clearly see the Lancia badge. Martini, lens headlights. It's not particularly clean. I don't know if this is like, it's gotten there over time or it just started out like this from the factory. You can see here as well. But it's okay. Pirelli produce tires, I presume, and Volta. Roll. I know German, but that's difficult for me to pronounce. The O with the umlauts and the HRL. And his co-driver, something Geistdörfer. Ghost Dörfer. I don't know, Ghost something. Rome #1, Martini. Yeah, and it's just really cool. Look at all the details. There's not too much to say other than just how well done it is. I do know very recently that Tarmac is coming out with what's called the Hobby 64 Plus. So basically, looks like to be Hobby 64 with the opening parts, and the 037 is going to be the first. It's going to have the opening rear hatch, so you can see the mid-engine. I think it's really cool. I'm definitely going to get it, even though it's probably going to be expensive. And let's see the rear. You can see #1 Rally Monte Carlo, right? Lancia Martini Pirelli painted on the mesh piece right here is really nice, and the two button style rear lights are great. Toy thick C3 865. The exhaust tips are painted as well. The bottom is not too, it's nothing to write home about, but it's there. Some a little bit of a suspension detail. It's not bad. They also come with some mud flaps, but the one I got, you can see out of the 4 mud flaps, 3 are installed great. This one actually isn't perfectly done. I don't know how well you can see it, but yeah, you can see it's not perfectly pressed in. I don't know how you can do that, and I don't want to break it. And because it's press fitted instead of screwed in, it's gonna be, you have to be destructive with it if you want to change anything, and I'm not gonna do that. And even then, like you look at it from here, you're not gonna notice the, I mean, you might if you know exactly what you're looking for, but more likely you're not gonna. Does it roll? The front wants to roll, the rear sort of. But that's not what this is for, right? It's mainly a display piece. Am I even gonna bother comparing with the Hot Wheels? It doesn't really matter, right? This is so much better, so much more superior, and it's not a toy, it's a model, so it's hardly fair either. So this one, if you follow Mini GT, you know they're coming out with a Delta Group 1 as Group A as well, but it's gonna be a different one. That one is actually gonna be like the Evolution 2, whatever, with the spoiler right here, and this one is an earlier version, which is great because I'm definitely gonna get that one, right? Because I love Italian cars. I love Italian race cars. There's just something about it when like they look so beautiful and perform like an absolute beast. There's just something alluring about it to me. Even though, you know, I learned German and everything, I do appreciate German cars, but there's just something they don't have compared to like Italian cars. I'm not sure what, like Alfa Romeos, Lancias, Ferraris, older Maseratis. But anyway, again, just incredible details. This one is you can pretty clearly see, right, all the paint trashes and stuff on here. It doesn't kill the whole thing, but it's a bit of a shame. But again, considering how old it is, and again, this antenna is also something you have to put in yourself. But again, it's very easy, very simple. It's impossible to screw it up. So let's just give a quick look at the grille. Yeah, still perfect. Just look at it. Who drove this? Can you tell? That's the co-driver, right? So the driver would be, they're both Italians, I can tell you that much. I can't quite see. Maybe with a magnifying glass, maybe. Ocelli. Okay. I'm not that familiar with the rallying scene, unfortunately. Unlike Formula One, there's just so many there's just so many different groups to follow, so many different motorsports disciplines. Again, you can see the Michelin right here, so it's Michelin instead of Pirelli. Okay. Martini, yeah, just really good. You can see the roll cage in here. You can see the spare tire. I mean, you can see it, just not going to be very easy depending on what angle you look at it. Yeah, here you go. You can see the spare tire, which just looks like a double of the wheel here, which is nice. Number 4, and which rally is this? Can you tell? It still says one Monte Carlo, right? So maybe it's another Rally Monte Carlo car. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is great. Lens rear lights. You can see the badge again. Awesome. There's not too much to say, and the mud flaps this time are only up for the rear tires. Lancia with the Delta Group A dominated Group A, but on the other hand, it's more like they got lucky because after Group B was banned, well, at least that's from what I read, they just happened to have the best Group A car from the get-go, and it's very difficult for others to catch up. So it's very much like a Mercedes F1 kind of situation from what I've read. But on the other hand, everyone talks about how great Lancia is, and how like, oh, they're not great because they always have the best car. So hopefully there's gonna be one day when Formula One discourse is not dominated by this, but we'll see. I said I'm not gonna compare it to the Hot Wheels, but I do have a few comparisons, and they're gonna have their individual videos soon. So this is a Kyosho. So Kyosho came out with a Fiat Lancia Rally series, and this is what they did. I don't know what, maybe they didn't secure all the licensings or whatever, but they didn't have they never had like a rally livery 037, only the Stradale, see a street legal version of it. But look how beautiful this thing is. And also look how different these are. Also, they're similar but different. For one thing, you can see how much lower this is. Man, I do like the Kyosho side mirrors. Bit of a shame though, it's here the paint is a little bit messed up. I'm not quite sure how that happened either. This is how it was when it got to me. Maybe it's something that could rub off. Should I even try? Probably not gonna be a good idea, right? But yeah, this is the Stradale version. You can see it doesn't have the rear wing. You can see the Lancia painted over here. You can see how nice the engines are. So yeah, the interior is great too. So I'm very much looking for, and this one actually rolls great. Wow, I've cut myself off a few times. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Global 64 Plus range of the Tarmac Works and how they're gonna do the Lancia 037, especially with the opening hatch and actually getting to see the engine details. I hope it's gonna be great. Let me just look up one number before we get to comparing the Lancia Delta. Hold on just 1 second. Just gonna look at my notes. Lancia. Well, my Lamborghini, Ferrari, Lancia. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the Stradale came out in 037. No, the 037 came out in 1982. Specifically, the rally version by CMs is a participated in the 1983 World Rally Championship. Okay, that's good. Next up with the Delta, this one competed in the 1989 competitions, World Rally Championship Group A, and this is specifically the Lancia Delta HF Integrale H8V. But like I said, it's a Group A vehicle. And in comparison with this one, have something really cool. This is a TLV Atomic Limited Vintage 1988 Lancia Delta HF Integrale. So this is actually the civilian version, the homologation special. Whoopsie, sorry, my bad. Also, the lighting conditions are starting to change. Hopefully this is still working. Yeah, these two are going to be very, very similar because they were released in very similar years. And again, you can see the civilian version is a bit higher. Atomic Limited Vintage have excellent suspension, as you would expect. My girlfriend got this for me earlier this year as the present. I'm super, super happy. But this one is actually very expensive. But on the other hand, Atomic Limited Vintage are releasing new ones later this year, so they're going to be quite a bit cheaper. Delta and yeah, Mini GT are coming out with the Rally Delta Group A's, and that's going to be really cool. Oh, is this missing a exhaust tip? Shouldn't be, right? It just looks like there's no place for it. But on the other hand, by the way, you can see a bit more detailed underside, even though it's still nothing to really write home about. But on the other hand, the civilian version by a TLV has 2 exhaust tips. That's interesting. Yeah, and so this TLV version and the Kyosho version, by the way, they look great in white. They look great next to each other. The 2 civilian versions are going to get their own features as well. But today our focus are going to be on the rally versions, the Martini rally versions by CM Sidecast. Unfortunately, a defunct Japanese brand, but as we can see, these cars are going to be released. They're still popular after all these years. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? So we're still gonna get. We don't have to like spend all the money in the world to get these old ones. We have like newer, better ones that are also going to be cheaper, and that's great to know. What I do want is one of these brands to come out with a Delta S4, the last of the Group B cars. That'll be awesome to have. Otherwise, I might have to pay a little bit more to get a CM diecast, but I'm not going to complain either because as you can see here, I think they are great. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.